In season 13 of SnowRunner, we got one region, the Almaty region, and we got two vehicles, the Plaid and the AAC. And in this video, we're gonna review the map, the Gerbai Quarry, and the vehicles that was released in this season. Let's start with the map. Like Tennessee, we got one map in this region, and this map has a quarry mining theme, which is way better than that racing theme that we got in Tennessee. And I do like the environment of this map. The quarry and the roads and things like that in this map looks very good. And this map has really good tasks and contracts too. Yeah, that's the thing I want to talk about right now. The tasks and contracts in this map was really amazing. Most of the tasks and contracts in this map were around quarries, so you still had that feeling that you're doing something for the quarries. It wasn't just some random thing that you had to do. But other than that, you needed to do a little bit of everything too, like a little bit of logging, a little bit of delivering water, or a little bit of rescuing vehicles. That was actually very good, but they didn't put so many like logging contracts in the game that you just forget that this map is about quarries. But on the other hand, the tasks and contracts that you needed to do for the quarries were different enough to keep the game fresh. Like in Ontario, there was just so much delivering water. Or in Glades, so many people said that there was just so much farming involved. And it was basically the same thing. Every delivering water contract in Ontario and every bit of farming in Glades were basically the same. But here you needed to do different things for the quarries, which was really great. So the tasks and contracts in this map, I think it was really great. They were designed in a way that you needed to complete a couple of tasks in order to achieve what you wanted, like in order to achieve the ultimate goal. Like the activities in this map were like really related to each other and it gave them meaning. That was really good. Now, a couple of new things that was added to this map. First of all, we had those cliffs that breaks, which was really cool. The other one is the NPC guy in that bus station. That was, to be honest, that on its own, it's not that cool, but it could be the start of something really good. It could be the start of having the NPCs in this game, or I always wanted to have traffic in this game, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But that could be the start of having more NPCs in the game, and that's really good. The other thing is frogs. We had some frogs in the game too. I've never seen frogs before. I don't think I've seen frogs before in this game. Usually the only animals that I've seen are fish and birds. So having the frogs again, it's not that cool, but it could be the start of having more NPCs and having more animals in the future. So yeah, this game always feels a bit lonely and it feels like you're in a ghost town, but seeing frogs, new animals, and seeing a guy sipping his coffee or tea, it makes the game feel less lonely and it feels like there are actually other creatures in this world too. Now, something that I didn't like about the map is in the quarries in this map, on the roads that are in the quarry, there's like so many obstacles on your way, like really big stones and like dead excavators, or parts of the road is like destroyed. I personally didn't like that. I know it's there to make it more challenging, but like it's a quarry, big machines and big trucks are going to use these roads to carry really heavy cargo, so just having those really big stones or obstacles, it just didn't feel right. So overall, this region, I really liked it. I think it was a really good region, even though it has only one map, but that one map was really good in my opinion, and this region could be the start of a good thing in a SnowRunner. Alright, now let's talk about the vehicles in this season. The first one is AAC 58DW. Now this Scout is actually good. I did enjoy driving it. It has switchable all-wheel drive, but when you turn off the all-wheel drive, it's a front-wheel drive vehicle, and it does a good job compared to other small scouts. I think it's good, but the thing about these small scouts that we're getting every season is just, it's kind of getting boring. Like for 3 seasons in a row we got similar scouts. We got Falcon and MTB Rock Grinder, and now this one. As I've said, this vehicle is actually good. It's a fun vehicle to drive. It has a very good handling, and you can attach a trailer to this vehicle. Doesn't matter you have the spare wheel or not. So the vehicle is good, but like 3 seasons in a row we got similar scouts, and that's the thing I don't like. The next vehicle is Plaid 450. Now this truck could be one of the best 8x8 trucks that we have in the game. It could be in top 3. With this truck you have access to a good number of add-ons and a good combination of add-ons. This truck has good stability. The engine is good, it's powerful enough to pull some heavy trailers, and it performs good in mud. One thing that I really like about this truck is I think you can use this truck in basically any region and for 95% of activities in a SnowRunner. Like this truck is good at everything. It's a good truck for carrying cargo. It supports crane, bed and trailer combo. It's a good truck for carrying different types of logs, medium, short or long logs. It's a good truck for pulling those big unique trailers. And overall, like whatever you wanna do, this truck is a solid choice, but it's not the best that we have. Like for example, if you want to go through some really deep mud, a truck like Kenworth 963 is going to perform way better. This truck would get stuck. For pulling big semi-trailers, Zik 605R is going to perform better than this one. But we don't have many trucks that are just good all around. This one is one of those trucks that, as I've said, you can use basically for anything. The only downside of this truck is the fuel tank of this truck is not that big. I wouldn't say the amount of fuel that you have is not enough to get the job done, is more than enough, and you even have some extra fuel on the roof rack too. So the fuel is not that big of a problem for this truck, but if you're not paying attention to your fuel, you might run out of fuel. And something else that I really like about this truck is the fact that it has diff lock always on and switchable all-wheel drive. That's really good, and this truck is actually very capable with the all-wheel drive off. And the truck has really good handling too. It was one of those trucks that I enjoyed driving. And something else that I noticed, this truck has some really good brakes. Like the brakes of this truck is impeccable. So in my opinion, the Plaid is a good truck, and it's one of those trucks that I know I will be using in the future. So I think overall the map and the vehicles in this season are good. There is nothing special about them, but they are good. And that's it for today's video. I see you in the next one.